Hi guys, it's Peter again. Thanks for watching. Today we're gonna talk about car. Financial world, car, a transportation device, object that gets you from point A to B, vehicle, right? Okay, I might be wrong with the numbers here. I think like a lot, like 90% of you guys, including me for sure, we waste a lot of money because of a car. I'm not sure. It could be little PP syndrome, I definitely have that. Maybe you feeling really insecure. Maybe you just feel the need of flexing to people you actually don't even know, right? You think they look at your car. Well, maybe for 3 seconds, maybe 5 seconds. You think they care. Maybe they judge you for 5, 7 seconds based on what car you drive. But don't you know? Like you know, like if you made a right decision getting that car. I think in America we waste so much money buying car we do not need to have that is more than unnecessary to impress. I'm not even sure at this point who, right? Like many of us, including myself, we take a loan with money we don't have. Maybe you do have money, but money you could be utilizing something so much better. We waste our money. I wanna personally tell you like my story. I think, excuse me, initially I just dreamed about nice cars, right? Wow, Ferrari looks really, fancy, slick, sexy. Lamborghini, oh my god, look at that. Just look at the design, right? Porsche, it's like, ooh, I just dreamed about it when I was like teenager. Like I got my license like 15 and a half or 16. But at that time, just having any car, I just felt cool. We're just kids, right? And I grew up relatively poor, but somehow I was blessed enough to get a transportation early. And if I'm not mistaken, it was because um, my family was always busy working and they couldn't really give me a ride. And they thought it might be useful for me to have a transportation. So I remember my very, very first car was 2000 or 2001 Honda Civic. It's like two-door, it has sunroof or moonroof, whatever you want to call it. And it was nice. And for longest time I really didn't care about the car until I start making some money. Until I start making some money, until I start having some options. When you make money, you have options. When you have money, you have options. And I feel like many of us, most of us, when we have that option, we choose wrong. We don't choose wisely. So options could be so beneficial, but at the same time, very scary if you choose wrong. And I just remember ever since I started making some money, I think it was like around like serious money, like 2020. At least for me, it was serious money. It was like a money enough to start breaking out of my poverty. 2020, I just felt like I just kept making mistakes over and over and over again with car. Getting a car like a Range Rover, really old, but getting a Range Rover just because it's a Range Rover, Land Rover, and then it dies like a month or two later. Getting Mercedes, BMW, like 10 years old. It drives fine, but maintenance cost is insane. And rolling over to another payments, rolling over to another payments. I never had, I think it's called repo. repossession. I was, thank God I was, like at least financially responsible enough to pay my car payment. But I am so ashamed. I'm 33. I have driven so many different cars, and yet I do not own one car. It's embarrassing. For how much money I have been making, at least for me it was a lot. The fact that I do not own one pink slip, I am ashamed. Genuinely ashamed. And if you are in my shoes, you should be too. Because you know you was wrong and you keep doing it, just like I did. Have you ever read the book Little Prince? It's like a it looks like a children's book, but it's really deep actually. Um, it's really easy to read. You guys should check it out if you haven't. My reading comprehension critical analysis is like third grade level, and if I found it easy to read, you will too. But anyway, a fast forward, like in the story, Little Prince goes visit this planet, small planet, where there's just small planet, one guy, drunkard, and he has this table and pile of empty bottles, pile of full bottles. He's just drinking. And Little Prince, curious Little Prince, asks the drunkard, "Hey, what are you doing?" And the drunkard goes, I'm drinking." And the Little Prince goes, "Why are you drinking?" And drunkard goes, "To forget." And the Little Prince goes, "To forget what?" And then drunkard goes, "That I'm ashamed." Little Prince just has no clue what the hell he's talking about. But Little Prince is getting sad. Just atmosphere of this, just sad. So Little Prince asks one last question. What are you ashamed of? And drunkard goes, I am drinking to forget that I'm ashamed that I'm drinking. So I feel like just like that, I just kept making mistake over and over again with the car. Just insane amount of financial burden, financial irresponsibility. Just keep just repeating it. So finally last year I made even worse decision. I have never leased a car before, but stupid silly me decided to lease a car. If you guys don't know anything about leasing, you don't own it. You just make that company rich and you don't own any of it. And if you want to be wealthy, we need to start learning to own stuff. We need to own it. Have you ever played a game Monopoly? How do you win? You gotta own a lot of properties, right? It's like that. You gotta own your car. I pay. This is gonna. You guys gonna judge me because I am ashamed. I pay about 13.50 a month for stupid truck for my ego. 13.50 a month. Yeah, I could afford it. Yes. Does that justify that number to you? It doesn't. So help me when truck lease is done 2 years later that I do not make this mistake again. Help me. Because I don't want to make the mistake again. And I hope you don't either. I think as I get older, I wish it was sooner, but as I get older, wow, people don't care what you drive. They genuinely don't care what you drive. You think they care, but they really don't care. Maybe you are a car guy. Maybe you are. Maybe it's different to you. Okay? But for me it was just I just wanted to look cool. But I think we have to find another way to look cool without jeopardizing our financial stability. Even though I could afford 13.50 a month, come on, let's face it. I could be really using that money pay off my mortgage faster. Like literally. I think if I use that 1350 per month towards my rental property, first property, I think instead of having to pay 27 more years, I think like I might be wrong here, but I think I subtracted by like at least 10 years, maybe 7. That's tremendous. Or maybe 1350 I could just invest on SP 500. Maybe I could, I don't know, take my wife to like she really likes individual Korean barbecue restaurant. Maybe I could take her there a little more often. Yes, that money eating out, we don't keep it, right? It's not an asset, but I create memories with my wife. Maybe I could, because I'm busy working, I usually can't take a lot of time off, but like maybe I could buy my wife something she wanted to buy with that money. 1350 is not a joke. It's a lot of money. No matter how rich you are, spending over $1,000 on car is just, I'm sorry, stupid. So I'm gonna make sure, with your help also, 2 years later when my truck lease is done, that I just finish this nonsense shenanigan. Because it is true. I'm not sure if the car is number one like wealth building killer, but it is for sure top three. I don't care who you are. I don't care who your uncle is. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Car is really, really number one or two or three wealth killing object or tool. And I think you actually do know. It's just you're in denial like me. So, how about together we stop being in denial, and when your car payment is done, whether it's a lease or finance, either keep that car for a while or switch to something that makes sense. Because I think we should focus on purchasing really cool stuff such as financial stability, peace of mind when we go to sleep. I'm not saying you can't drive Ferrari. I'm gonna drive Ferrari. I'm gonna tell you right now, I will drive Ferrari one day after after we finish purchasing financial freedom. So this video was so that you and I can team up together and stop this mistake. I think it's like top 5 Americans' mistake, especially you bros for sure. We need to stop. It's not that impressive. The loud V8, it's just really annoying in the morning. We should stop. Thanks for watching. And guys, especially bros, including me, I know we got small package and we feel insecure, but we should compensate other way. You know what I'm talking about. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.